Hello everyone, and welcome back to The Witcher 3. How are you all? Already lots of people here. Welcome Mademoiselle Danielle, welcome Lucy Furch, V for Revenge is here, Frosty Woman, Physics. Hello everyone, how are you? Hope you had a good start into the week. For me, it can only be good with The Witcher. Hello to OP, welcome to the stream as well. Yes, totally no new people around here, V. I'll introduce you to them very easily. They are all, so far, acolytes. Maybe my favorite group of people. As you might tell, I'm in a good mood because I'm excited to play The Witcher today. And I actually dressed very cheery today. Lots of colors, as always. Like, I pulled out all the stops because today is Witcher Day, and it's been a long time since I played The Witcher. I think it was, what was it, last Wednesday? Oh, I missed it, and I am very glad to continue now, and I'm very glad that you all joined me. Last time we did a lot of stuff. We visited Velen, we read hours of books in Vizima, we met Kira Metz, we rode to, I think it's called Crow's Perch, yeah, and then we stopped it. We also killed a werewolf. That was nice. Poor Popper is dead now. And this time, I thought about it a little bit. I think we will do the main quest part for Kira, maybe the Tower Full of Mice quest, probably check in with the Bloody Baron for the first time, and also see what the side quests have to bring us. Probably the Gwent quest I will do as well. Frosty is busy at work, but now let's waste no more time. And yes, I'm thinking about it. I switched the screen.
While searching for the witch Ciri had quarreled with, Geralt ran into an old friend, Kira Metz. The sorceress told the Witcher about a masked mage. Ciri, it seemed, had taken shelter in his hideout. The Witcher set off to find it, with Kira in tow.
Pandas! Yay! Lots of pandas. Also, let's all hope for the raid, because I changed something. Not saying any more. Some of you might be able to guess what I changed, but I changed something. So, look out for that. Let's pray to the gods. Or at least to Geralt, who will be much more helpful, I think, today. The RNG gods, yeah. RNGesus, we need them. There we are, beautiful stormy weather. Also, if there are any issues with the sound or any other issues, let me know, so I might be able to fix it. That is where I stop, and I think what I want to do is visit the Baron's castle for the first time. There will be lots of dialogue and stuff, and then after that is finished off, I will meet Kira in front of the ruins she was talking about. So let's...
Don't object to your white mug.
Whoa, that's rude. So let's visit Crow's Perch for the first time. And also, let's enjoy the scenery a little bit. Look at that. I'm not sure if I ever mentioned it, but I think this game is very beautiful. Hello, Ruben! Welcome to the stream to you as well. Thanks for stopping by. Right in the chops, eh? So, interesting part here. If you fight the Baron's henchmen at the inn, where we talked to them and we decided to drink with them, if you fight them there, which is possible, then all these guards here are hostile, so you have to fight your way through, and eventually you will have to find another way into the castle. I think that's a pretty neat little detail. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with my white mud. That was pretty rude, I feel. I mean, we're nearly 100 years old, as we learned during the game. And I think for nearly 100 years old, we look pretty fine. I think Frosty would agree with that.
Lutsche.
It makes me cry. Thank you very much, Lucy Furch, for the 400 bits and your own name in German. No, it isn't PG-13. It isn't. PG number. Thank you very much. That was very generous of you and very nice. Yeah, now I'm crying. You made me cry. Google Translate sucks. Well, literally in this case, to a degree at least. And welcome, Rocky. So, before I totally lose track of everything around me, let's start some reading, because I feel like, I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I just hope that you are all okay with it. But I feel like so far the streams have been like 60% literature club. But I'm totally fine with it. I like the notes and books that you find on The Witcher, and I don't mind reading them. So, Lucy Furch made me cry like Morokai. And welcome to the stream, Moro. How are you? So, Kovir and Povis. Kovir and Povis are without a doubt the richest realms in the north. Few today remember that this was not always the case, yet their poverty was once literally on everyone's lips, in the form of now antiquated common sayings. As recently as in the days of Heribert the Quarrelsome, one spoke of particularly impoverished person as being poorer than a mouse from Povis, called Bone Broth Koviri Delight, and referred to beggars as Praxides, after the bay along the shore of which these kingdoms lie. Thank you for the clip. You can post that in the clips of the month channel. Thank you very much, Ruben. You're fine. That's good. It is a classic German word, Moro. Similarly, few remember that a mere handful of generations ago, Kovir and Povis were still a part of Redania. King Radovid I, known as Radovid the Great, handed dominion over them to his hated brother, Troidan, with one stipulation, that he never leave his newly acquired domains, and not interfere in matters of state. Handing over this rocky scrap of far northern ground, where the sayings when the year had two seasons, August and winter, was naturally meant as a cruel joke, a slap in the face for the overambitious Troidan. Yet time soon proved that Radovid the Great had made a grave error. Before long it was discovered that Kovir's bare rocks hid priceless treasures in the form of enormous deposits of precious metals and rock salt. This discovery in turn led to tremendous growth in productive industry. Mills, forges, and workshops sprouted up like mushrooms after a hearty rain. Radovid III decided to correct his famous forebears' mistakes and take back the northern frontiers of his kingdom. He was convinced the combined armies of Redania and its then ally Cadwin would quickly bring this ever more audacious vassal in line. History took a different turn, however, and Kovir won a resounding, crushing victory. Radovid III was forced to sign the first Treaty of Lan Exeter, granting Kovir independence while binding it to eternal neutrality, a promise Trident's successors have kept with great diligence. Until recently, Kovir was ruled by Ezra Tyson, a king as wise as he was greedy. Yet his untimely demise did not stop his lands from continuing to develop and blossom. Koviri metallurgists proudly compete with the best Mahakam can offer, and many believe the University of Lan Exeter long ago surpassed the famous Oxenford Academy as the leading seat of higher learning in the north. And so it has come to pass that over the course of few generations the inhabitants of Kovir and Povis have turned from paupers into princes, from beggars into bankers. That is something you also learn in one of the books, where at least small parts play in Kovir, and you learn a little bit about the past, about them. I don't know about the bad rap. I don't think you have a bad rap. You have a bot rap. A bot reputation. So, now we know everything about Kovir and Povis, the most northern of the kingdoms, and I think I can look on the world map to actually see them. Maybe we can check that out since we heard so much. How can I go to the world map? Well, there it is. Like, Kovir and Povis are here, like this region. This is like more or less Redania. This was Cadwin. Or was it Eddern? I think this was Cadwin. Here was Eddern. Something along those lines. There's the Duchy of Toussaint that we will visit far, far later when we enter the second DLC, Blood and Wine. We were in Vizima, the former capital of Temeria, which was a kingdom more or less in this area. White Orchard we were, of course. The Skellige Islands we will get to closer, and the former Nilfgaardian border was this river, which is, I think, the Yaruga. This is the Pontar River, both very important points on the story and the lore. You only have the first book, whom I can really recommend them. I mean, I think the first two are short story books, and from the third one out, the saga begins, and it is one connected story. Okay, now we're as long as everyone is sleeping, let's loot the place, steal everything from those poor folk, and continue our way up to the Bloody Baron, about whom we heard quite a bit already. Goat hide, okay. So for you who have played the game, did you read all of the notes and books, or did you kind of just look at those who interest you, or didn't you skip them entirely? Black Maokai with a strong no on this one.
Get out of my sight. Didn't see yourself. I say he grabbed him by the cloak and bam! Right in the chops. Right in the chops. Sure.
Lucifer did read everything like a maniac. Yeah, I usually start reading everything, and then at some point, like when I was like 60, 70 hours in, kind of just read what I was interested in. So I can't say in all honesty that I read everything super carefully. Well, they are sleeping very deeply. They have a very deep sleep. I mean, look at them. Oh. I mean, he is not sleeping. He just smokes a pipe in the middle of the night, as long as nobody is watching. Okay, we read those books already. That is pretty good. Not really, but the guards that you see, like the official guards, if as long as you are in their line of sight, then they would attack you when they see you stealing. So I can't just willy-nilly steal at roadside. And of course that didn't happen at all in previous streams where I just stole something right next to a guard, because I would never do that. Hello, Koala! How are you doing today? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, exactly, Rocky. That's exactly how it works. So yeah, I will just run through here, loot everything. The first time we're here, then I'm done with that. We have plenty of supplies after that. We can sell that. Get some gold. And then, in the end, maybe acquire some cool stuff from it. Not the most exciting thing right now, but I mean, it's an RPG. You can loot. That's what you do, right? Kill everyone, then steal everything. Yeah, I mean, you can do that actually. As I said, if you solve a dialogue early in the game differently, all those guards that were standing outside would attack you. Why am I stealing all their stuff? Danielle asking for my #1 friend. No, not friend, fan, but maybe friend as well. I'm stealing from them, so I have all their stuff, and for one have lots of items for me to use, like for example water to regenerate health. And maybe even more importantly, have lots of stuff to sell later to a merchant. So I'm rich, and then I can get awesome equipment. In every game I think about the poor people that have to write all those books and notes. If they are well written, I have to read them just to justify the effort they put in. Yeah, for sure. I once heard a statistic about how many pages of books, like actual hardcover books, would be there if you would print all the Skyrim books, and it was pretty mind-blowing. And yeah, I mean, all of that had to be written. Some of those texts are taken from the actual Witcher books, but most of them are just new content that someone had to write. And I feel like in The Witcher you really can see that it's not only like a big quantity of books, but they are actually quite interesting and tell you a lot. Oh, whoa! Boy! That is... And now he's running away. I mean, that was rude. So it's not only a big quantity of books, but also the quality of the books tells you a lot about the history of the area you're in, tells you a lot about the lore, tells you a lot about backstory, or just interesting, funny little stories. So let's read The Diary of a Fire Swallower. Diary of a Fire Swallower. I was at Loch Muin, that's right, the summit of summits itself. We'd gone there, my troop mates and I, knowing there'd be a meeting of the mighty in the ruins. You see, whenever big shots gather to choose some particularly grisly fate, there's coin to be had for performing men like us. Tired jaws need to relax with some laughing and indulging in other sorts of simple delights. I learned this as a lad from my old man, who dragged me around to juggle outside courts and conventions all over the continent. And so now, plying my own trade as a fire swallower, I told the lads up soon as I caught word of what was brewing in Loch Muin, and we turned our wagons that way at once. I'm not much one for politics, but I couldn't help but listen to some of it this time. You see, we Temerians had just lost our king, and our future was to be decided at that very summit, with John Natalis representing our side of the matter. Radovid was there too, a young pup then, though emanating strength like a grey-haired alpha wolf. It seemed this wolf was licking his chops over Temeria like it was ripe bit of carrion. The rest was dull. A lot of talk about the uprising in Adarn and its leader, Saskia, who they called the Virgin, though I never got the chance to check personally whether that was accurate. The Nilfgaardians had a delegate, some Shillard fellow, and mages were there, talking about restoring the Conclave and Supreme Council of Sorceresses. I didn't listen to much of that. My eyes were glued to the unusual large number of armed troops presented at the peaceful talks. Steel-plated grunts clenched pointy weapons and paced the ruins courtyards everywhere you looked. Radovid had even brought the knightly order of the Flaming Rose, those arrogant pricks ready to bash anyone who doesn't think the same as them. Though the coin was coming in amply, we didn't wait around to see how things would develop, just loaded our stuff onto our wagon and left a trot. As we mounted the pass, we looked back to see pillars of smoke, black as pitch, rising above Loch Muin. So this is a sweet little recap of what happened at the summit of Loch Muin, where we, of course, took part in, and also a nice new viewpoint from just a traveling artist. Ruben likes to eat moldy blueberries. That is interesting. Thank you for the clip. I think it was still rude. I mean, there was no reason why the boy should have pushed me. Just because I'm stealing the last bit of food doesn't mean that he has to be, like, rude to me, right? So now we have to go here, and I think if you solve the dialogue with combat, this gate or the gate above is permanently locked, and you have to find the other way in. I'm actually not sure if they will let me in this time, because that depends on which path you take with the dialogue, and I think there is an even more friendly way to solve it. So let's find out.
Halt! Who goes there?
It is I.
Baron home?
Depends who's asking.
A witcher. Want to talk to him.
Yeah. And I want to plough the lovely Queen Ciri.
Seen this man before. In at the crossroads. You brought us around.
Yes, I
As
did.
I recall, you were to go your separate way.
It led me here. Gotta talk to the Baron.
Oh, aye? What about?
Something important. His ears only.
Fine. Lodrin, let him in. If he makes any trouble, well, we outnumber him.
Open the gate. Sergeants! Ardle! Witcher, to see the Baron. Don't want no disturbances. That clear?
What do you think?
So since we were nice to them and bought them around, they let us
Guard
in.
called you a sergeant. You a Temerian soldier?
Not your concern, mate.
Deserter.
Temerian army don't exist no more.
So what are you all doing here?
Had a choice after the Black Ones thrashed us. Let it lie and try to lead normal lives, or continue to resist, join the guerrillas and fight for our beloved Temeria till death do us part. We chose the former.
And the Baron your commander?
Yeah, commander.
So this is the Baron's castle, or at least the place he lives. So let's talk to the Baron. We heard a lot about him. Let's meet him. And
Emphysema. Now
honestly,
those
one
were
of the
balls. Attended a few,
best
me and my
characters
Annie.
in
Oh,
this
how we
game.
danced, how we twirled.
Very interesting and multifaceted.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey!
Enough. I don't care how you do it, but the deliveries must be weekly.
Won't you stay for tea?
No. Besides, you've another guest.
Look at that. Didn't even stay for tea. In spite of all that
Rude.
blabbering about how cultured the nation is.
Well, I didn't come here to chat either.
I know who you are. Believe I also know why you've come. We'll talk inside.
Okay. There was something with Geralt being stabbed in the pitchfork. At least in the game Saga, he
Make
before
yourself at home.
the first Witcher, he was killed
It
in
would
an
have put
uprising,
the bloody vodka.
and a peasant stabbed him with a
There
pitchfork
it is.
in the gut,
A snifter.
and supposedly he died. I mean, yeah, never say no to a drink.
Why not?
Ha! A man after my own heart. With Foltest dead and Natalis whereabouts unknown. Bloody hell. Who's a loyal Temerian to drink to these days?
Himself and his company?
With a slightly
Good
scruffy
enough.
beard, I feel like I'm just looking like Geralt right now, aren't I? Like,
To the matter at hand. I'm Philip Strenger. Now the blobtits round here call me the Bloody Baron.
Geralt of Rivia. Blobtits call me the Butcher of Blaviken.
I said already, I know who you are. Truth be told, it's the only reason we're talking. How do you like it here in Velen?
it's a lovely place.
Lovely place. Swamps, bogs, marshes everywhere.
Exactly. Someone loses their way around here, he becomes damn hard to find.
What are you getting at?
Many have lost loved ones here. Some their wives, others their daughters.
So we already saw, like, wanted posters of his wife and daughter, and they seem to be missing. So let's get to the point here.
Get to the point already.
Ciri, that's why you've come, isn't it?
What do you
So
know?
she was here.
She showed up some time ago, exhausted, wounded, and stinking like a soaked hound after a hard hunt. Later, I learned she'd come from the swamp.
Flashback! And this is the first time we will see Ciri as an adult. That is, of course.
Said some beasts from the woods attacked her before she could reach the village.
There she is. All grown up. Apparently on the run from something. When you play as Ciri, you cannot access the inventory or use signs. Yes.
That was close.
So yes, we are playing as Ciri multiple times throughout the game. This is the first time.
She needs help.
And we already see that she has some special abilities. Can't use any potions with her, but she has a very high health regen, so... And throughout the game she gets more abilities as well. So you have to fight very differently with her than with Geralt, which I find is very cool. So they have completely different styles in combat. And pretty different characters as well. In some regards, at least.
Hello there. Are you lost?
A little, I guess. Are you?
Oh, I kinda am, yes.
Yes. Though also just a little.
Does that mean you know which way to go?
Not quite. Not yet. But I'm sure we'll find the way if we set off together.
What happened to you?
This? It's nothing.
So, how did you get here, little girl?
How did you wind up here?
My father brought me. Told me to follow the trail of treats and eat my fill. He said he would wait. So I started down the trail. Then I saw a butterfly, and I ran to catch it, and I lost my way.
Why follow the trail of treats?
Your father. Why did he have you follow the trail of treats? Do you know?
Because we had naught to break our fast with.
I don't understand.
I was naughty. Broke a jug. Spilled all our milk.
Your parents must have been angry.
Mother said I should be spanked, but Father said wouldn't do no good. Too many mouths to feed anyway. Sending me down the trail of treats, that would solve things.
So we will learn more about the trail of treats and what's it about. So for now, do you remember how you got home?
You and your father. When did you leave home?
This morning,
And did
Hello
the
there.
sun warm your face?
Thank you for the host, Heimdall.
warmed my back.
So
It's
we
very
must
nice
go
of you.
east. Come, I'll walk you home. And explain to your parents that they must not lose their children in the woods.
We can't go home because of the Wolf King and his pack.
It is very sad. It is like one of the main themes here in Velen is that everyone is extremely poor, and there is a big problem that people just don't have enough to eat and to provide for the family. So the common folk really struggles in this area, and one of the things they do is send their kids on this trail of treats in hope that they get the favor of characters we meet later, and that would help them feed, for the most part, the rest of their family. So it's basically, okay, we more or less sacrifice one of our kids to send them away in hope that they will do well, and that we can provide for the rest of the family. How are you doing, Heimdall? See, you were playing Divinity Original Sin 2 earlier. Couldn't really watch because I don't want to get spoiled. The The Wolf King? What are you talking about?
No kings among wolves.
These have one.
And you've seen him?
Yes. I mean, no. From behind a tree. He was huge, with giant eyes and great fangs, and he was terribly, disgustingly horrific.
Don't be afraid. I will protect you.
See what I've got on my back? Wolves fear it. Kings do too. Come, I'll help you up.
Yeah, I played Divinity Original Sin 2 a little bit. Or like 15 hours, which is a little bit, I guess. And I really liked it. I played it with my brother, but somehow, unfortunately, we didn't continue really. Which makes me sad because I want to continue that game. I really liked it. Oh, my wolves. Woo. Oh, now. Oh. Oh, don't hurt me. It wasn't too bad. I remembered it being much harder. Ciri, hello Athelas! I'm just putting this on, but can't watch because school isn't over yet. Hope everything is well. Thank you very much, Athelas. Hope you can stop by later.
Come. Massacred by something with immense claws.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I like playing it co-op. But yeah, now for me it's like, okay, I started at co-op, and I don't know, I kind of want to finish it in co-op as well, because I think that adds to the game a lot. Okay, follow Gretka. Let's do that. Protect this little girl. Ooh, what's happening here?
Look! There's something there.
Nothing for children eyes now. Lots of blood, carnage, very graphic.
Wait here.
Disclaimer.
Don't come any closer.
But...
No buts, stay here. I must see something.
So yeah, we will have to investigate a pretty torn apart corpse here.
Bloodshot, but still moist. He died recently.
It's tough to choose what type of character you want to be. If one spreads too thin, one might be a jack of all trades, master of none. Yeah.
Lips parted and bloated. Bit clear through his tongue. Immense pain before death.
Oof.
His chest is crushed. Ribs probably pierced his lungs. Something picked him up and threw him against the tree.
Yeah, I'm excited for Cyberpunk 2077 as well.
Something tore his leg off. No, gnawed it off.
Gnawed it off?
Ew, that's horrible!
Yeah, it is.
Stay there and look away.
You shouldn't look. Damn it. Yeah. Then
What's this? Marrow's missing. Interesting.
so what about the belly?
Let's see. His liver's gone.
Why are you digging through his belly?
Would you mind making certain your laces are tied?
Okay, let's sum it up.
The Wolf King's no fantasy, it seems. Except he's a werewolf.
What happened to him?
He had a fall.
I bet. The Wolf King got him.
When did children get so smart?
What'll we do when the Wolf King finds us?
Good question. I've no silver, but I can make a blade oil.
Oil? You mean like we make from rapeseed?
No, a far more special oil.
Yes.
Of dog tallow, wolf's bane, fool's parsley, and wolf's liver. The Wolf King will feel terrible, terrible pain.
You're smart. How do you know these things? Did your father teach you?
Not my father. My uncle. Uncle Vesemir.
Yeah, Ciri is awesome. She's such a badass. But not, like, I feel like it's always a fine line in games and movies that sometimes they make the baddest part too overbearing and too strong that it's kind of like, okay, yeah, I get it, she's strong, I get it, you don't have to show it in every scene. But Ciri is very interesting in that regard. She's definitely very badass, very strong character, but also, of course, has her softer moments, more emotional moments. Oh no, does she actually consider Geralt to be her father? Yeah, she does. She does look at Geralt and Yennefer as her parents, for what it's worth.
All right, I have everything. Now for a spot where I can build a fire and brew the oil in peace.
What you doing?
Greasing my blade.
All greased up. This needs more grease.
See just how effective Uncle Vesemir's formulae are.
Yeah, let's see. Okay.
Hear that?
More dogs.
Hide! Quickly!
Rat cat, don't run through there. Thank you, Hamla. I definitely have. Damn. Am I so good or am I on the wrong difficulty? Because no, I'm on Deathmarch. Because I remember when I played it the first on a lower difficulty,
You cut 'em up bad.
I had definitely more trouble here. Maybe I'm just too damn good. Could that be? Is that possible? Probably not.
This way, through the cave.
Okay. You lead? No, don't set. Ciri, what are you doing? You can't just send the kid.
Hey, it's a bit dark.
Afraid?
Are you?
I'm too OP.
Then I'm not either.
Good. Tough little girl. Okay.
What?
The Wolf King, now do you believe me?
I do! Hide!
Hide while I will hide him. Oh, there goes his arm. dead. Killed him.
Boy, you really give him a drubbing. Never seen anything like it.
Girl, you can come out now. Come on.
Well, I've found a corpse in the woods.
You're lucky we came this way. Found someone far less fortunate in the forest.
Yaren, must be. We was returning from Midcops when the brute attacked. I managed to flee, but Yaren...
The little one. No details.
We must get to the village.
You have bandages at home? Some spirit? He laid a claw or two on me, unfortunately.
I've naught, miss, but my lord, he's a powerful man. He's sure to help you. Might even reward you for cutting the werewolf down.
Very well. Lead us to your lord.
So that is how Ciri met the Bloody Baron. Now we know that.
Just who do you think you brought me, man? That's not me daughter.
And the little one?
Neither, damn it! I think I'd know my own child.
Well, might not be yours, the older one, but you've got to admit the likeness. That's downright striking. So, any chance for that reward?
You'll not see one fucking copper. Get out before I set my hounds on you. So, stew any good?
Very. Thank you. I'd not eaten in...
Clear to see. I'm pleased you like it. Had them prepare a bath for you once you've eaten. And you could do with some sleep. Gretka in the nook behind the hearth. You in the guest room opposite the kitchen.
That's very nice.
Thank you.
Shh. Eat now. We'll speak once you've rested. So I ordered my men to watch her and left her to rest.
And?
A topic for another time.
Oh, come on. What about Gretka? How's she now?
The little girl who showed up here with Ciri. What happened to her?
Gretka. She's safe and sound. Helps out in the kitchen. Ciri told me of the girl's parents, what they decided. So I decided not to send the lass home. She's fed here. A roof over a warm corner she calls her own. She wants for nothing.
What happened to Ciri?
I've told you already. A topic for another time.
Well, tell me. It's pretty important.
I need to find her. Understand? I need every last bit of information available.
I understand. But you see, it so happens my wife and daughter are missing as well. I propose an exchange. Find my loved ones, and I shall tell you about the girl you seek. All I know.
How do I know that I can trust you?
Thing is, can I trust you? What guarantees do I have?
None whatsoever. Only my word.
And what if I refuse?
What if I refuse? Because I just don't want to.
Would you tell me to sod off? Go ahead, but then I'll tell you the same. And what'll that make us? Two helpless, empty-handed sods. Think of it as searching for your own daughter. Ought to go quickly then. Guard! This man's under my protection. No one's to bother him in any way.
That's pretty nice. That helps.
Don't stare, I've not grown horns. Treat it as a token of my good faith.
When do you see them last?
They vanished after the new moon, as if whisked away by shadows.
What do you mean, vanished?
Precisely that. I awoke one morn to find them gone.
But you do have search for them.
You try to search for them?
Sent men out right away, but they're not suited to it. It's one thing to rip up floorboards in search of a peasant's last sack of grain. Finding a living person, they just don't know how. Besides, Velen's naught but swamps and marshy woodland. Plenty of hard-to-find nooks. If you're looking to hide someone, this is the place.
That's not good. Did you notice anything unusual recently?
Anything unusual happen before they disappeared? They act differently, do anything strange?
Unusual? No. Well, not long ago, peasants came to complain that a beast had ravaged a woman by the well. Devoured another lass before her. Common occurrences in Velen. And my women, Anna, quiet as a mouse as ever, and Tamara, occupied with her things. Nothing unusual.
Things, okay. Got any enemies?
Maybe they were kidnapped. Got any enemies?
None worth mentioning. Worthless little pricks and angry peasants is all. None would dare raise a finger against my family. Any who might have, they've been eating dirt long since.
Okay. Did your men ever bother them?
This place. Must be hard to be the only two women here.
This place? What do you mean? They wanted for nothing here. Pheasant for dinner? Not a problem. Blue ribbons from Toussaint? Say the word.
Had your men in mind. Their company. Sure your wife and daughter weren't being harassed?
My men are a horde of whoresons, but they know their place. One of them so much as looked at Anna or Tamara crosswise, I'd cut him down like a dog.
Well, I do need more information.
I'll need to know a lot more than that. Can I see their rooms?
What for?
I need clues. Anything to latch onto.
I'll not let a stranger pore through their belongings.
Want me to find them or not?
Exactly.
I do.
What are we doing here?
Then let me work.
I'm a professional.
But I shall go with you. The doors are locked.
Okay. That's fine. Go ahead. So now we gotta find his
When she was a
daughter
babe, my daughter
and
loved
wife
animals.
in order for him
Saw a
to
deer trophy on a wall once.
tell us everything
Do you
he
know what
knows
she
about
asked?
Ciri.
Haven't got a clue.
Papa, is that deer's wump on the other side of the wall?
You like one. Look like you got sauce last night too.
You see it there? What's a trophy? I pity any bastard who's hurt her. I'll flay him alive. Here it is. Damn it! Jammed again. Bedchamber.
Okay.
Tamara's room is there.
So,
Try not to make a mess. For their return, I want everything to be as they left it.
let's look around.
Wooden candlestick. Stem's broken.
Also, they are storing horsehide in their bed chambers. That sounds pretty kinky. That whoop. Lots of valuables. What about this flower?
Fresh flowers. He expects them to return any minute. Takes hope.
Okay. Nothing in this corner. There is something going on.
Walls a different color. Something used to hang here. That painting? Right size.
Okay, so why did he change that?
The Baron and his wife. Look happy enough.
Geralt is really into
What's
art.
this? Gotta wonder who wanted to hide the hole. And what's on the other side.
That seems to be broken.
It gets interesting. Piece of wood looks like the stem of that candlestick. No coincidence there. Fight might have happened here. I'll look for clues.
Okay. Examine.
Rest of the candlestick. And wine stains. Somebody smashed a bottle. From Toussaint. Yeah, Herveloos. Scent hasn't died. Wonder where it'll lead me.
Okay, so now we got a lead through the scent, and we could follow that.
Could
Seems
use
to
some hair
lead
of the hound.
down.
Got any vodka?
But let's first have a look into the room of his daughter Tamara. Also loot, of course. We got a rusty key and some incense.
Incense. And an old key. Wonder what it unlocks. Anise. Sandalwood. And something else. Saffron.
Okay. Something strange is going on here. Letter to Tamara. Let's read it. We are more like a family. We support each other and help each other survive tough moments, grapple with the past. For each of us has a past, so you needn't worry about any digging into yours. We've got a rule: never ask more than someone offers on their own. The past doesn't matter to us, only the future does, and our common fight against evil and depravity, against perverse and loathsome practices of all kinds. Okay, so it seems like someone made Tamara an offer to join their ranks. Okay. A doll and candy. And we have...
Damn ugly for a doll. The kind you'd stick with pins to hurt someone.
Some kind of voodoo doll. Anything else here? Another scent. And both seem to lead down. So let's go down. Oh,
Damn, trail breaks off.
a talisman.
Could find something
Spruce
else,
wood.
though. Smells of juniper incense. Some sort of folk talisman. Protective. Question is, against what? Won't find much else here.
Let's go down first and follow the scent trail before we talk to the Baron. So, a little bit of detective work.
Well, bring out the gimp. The gimps.
Okay, lots of stuff to loot. Let's get that. Lots of alcohol. We will need that for brewing potions and oils. So always good to have plenty of that. You have a lot of broken rakes. Yeah. You never know when you need them, room. Never know. Dwarven spirit. What's inside here? We've got more alcohol, vials, sheepskin. sheepskin, sheepskin. Okay. I'm now going here. That is where the scent is leading us. So we're still following the trail. Ooh, lots of stuff to loot. Loot-gasm. You can never have enough broken rakes room. You should know that. I mean, that's pretty obvious. It's just common sense. Okay. And what it... I mean, that looks ominous, to say the least. So, we have a prayer. Eternal fire, which lighteneth our heart and giveth us light. Heat us with thy warmth, dry our tears, burn our foes, embrace our friends in thy care. Give my mother health, punish my father, help me fulfill my destiny. Interesting. So she kind of prays that her father, the Bloody Baron, gets hurt.
An altar. So, the eternal fires made it to Velen.
Okay, I guess now we have to talk to the Baron again. That is some interesting stuff. So it seems like there was a fight in the Baron's bedchamber that he tried to hide. And also his daughter is praying to the eternal fire for her father to be punished, while her mother has some sort of strange talisman for protection against something we don't know.
Stinks of guardian corpse to me.
It had a key room. That is, we opened the door with a key we found in Tamara's room, so nobody could really enter that room. Baron.
You white one, look like you done poking around.
I found a doll.
Found a doll in Tamara's room. Tell me about it.
What could possibly be so interesting about a doll, Witcher?
Looks like it might have been used for some sort of black magic. Where'd Tamara get it?
Black magic? Are you balmy? I made it for her.
Are you
She was
balmy?
4, perhaps 5 winters old. We were in Vizima on market day, and she saw the sorceress, Tris Merigold. Insisted she must have a doll just like her. Couldn't afford a thing of that sort, so I made the doll with my own hands.
Really? I mean, as I remember, Tris looks very different.
This is Tris. No offense, but not great with your hands, are you?
Why don't you take some wooden rags, see what image of a grown woman you can come up with?
I mean, I know some shapes. So there is signs of a fight in your room. What was going on
Found
there?
signs of a fight in the room. Know anything about that?
A fight? What are you talking about?
Someone was attacked. Probably your wife or daughter. Whoever it was tried to defend themselves with a candlestick. Missed the attacker. Punctured the wall instead. They tussled too.
I don't know nothing about this. That night, I was drunk, don't remember a thing. They were gone by the time I awoke.
Doubt you were the only ones in the castle. Maybe one of your men heard something?
3 times I asked those bastards if they'd seen anything, heard anything. Nothing, not a one of them.
Somebody spilled wine on the landing.
Whole landing smells of wine. Tell me anything about that?
One of the lads, must be. Lushes, one and all.
Give your men Ervelus?
Oh, damn it. I might have spilled it. I told you I was good and marinated that night. What does it matter? Stench of wine in plenty of corn around the castle.
Do you know anything about this amulet?
Recognize this amulet?
Yes. Anna began wearing it a time ago.
Any idea where she got it?
None?
Any witches or cunning women in the area?
A Pella? Old Coot lives near Blackbow. And there's a cunning woman in Midcopse, but I know little about her. She's only recently arrived. If Anna were to see someone, she'd choose the Pella, not the woman. Anna was wary of strangers, newcomers.
Okay, so we might want to talk to the Peller.
Ought to have a chat with this Peller.
Fair warning, he's a hard man to talk to. Rumour has it he killed his own father with an axe as a lad, then went batty. Now they say he sees ghosts and ploughs his goat.
What?
Not really interested in his hobbies. Just want to ask about the amulet.
Okay.
Got any vodka?
So we found out some things. It is a bit suspicious here with the fight and the spilled wine, and he says he can't remember anything. That's a bit suspicious and weird. But now let's have a look around in his castle a little bit more.
Gonna kill the monsters?
Oh.
All of them.
Oh, Gretka is here. Let's talk to Gretka.
So you're Gretka.
I am. And you're Geralt.
How do you know?
Because you've white hair and a medallion shaped like a wolf. Ciri told me about you.
What else did you say?
You and Ciri talked a bit, didn't you?
We did.
Did she say where she was going, or what she came here to look for?
She said she was looking for you and a sorceress. But you're here, so I guess she didn't find you. I wonder if she helped that friend of hers.
What friend?
Ciri wanted to help a friend? Any idea who it was?
What do you mean, who? Her friend. She said he was in trouble and that she had to save him.
Do you know where Ciri is?
Do you know where Ciri is?
No. One day I brought her breakfast and she was already gone. The Baron told me she'd left.
Damn it.
Didn't ask where she'd gone?
I did. But he said I was too little and I wouldn't understand. But Ciri left me a gift.
A gift?
Yes, this. A green stone.
Beautiful as gifts go. Hide it well, don't show it to anyone. It's worth a lot.
Nice.
Thanks, Gretka. Have fun.
But I'm not playing. I'm helping.
Well, at least we know that Gretka is doing fine. And now we know that Ciri was here to help a certain friend that is supposed to be in trouble, and also that she was looking for us and Yennefer. Yes.
So Ciri was here.
Let's have a look.
Ciri must have used these. Looks like she left in a hurry.
Okay.
A spinning top. Gretka's toy.
Then we have to talk to Gretka again, it seems. And then we have the natural obscurity of curses.
The Natural Obscurity of Curses by Lydia van Bredevoort. Where'd Ciri get this?
The natural obscurity of curses. To my dear friend Philip and Anna from Count La Gouvre, Minister of Culture to the Kingdom of Temeria, Vizima 1265. Whoever thinks curses are only ever manifestation of one being's ill will towards another is sorely mistaken. Shockingly commonplace are reports of curses cast unwittingly on oneself or on objects in one's immediate environment. The consequences of doing so can be difficult to predict. In many cases, they lead to harm or even the death of the person afflicted by the curse, or of the people spending time with the object or being on which the curse fell. That is why it is so essential to take preventative measures to safeguard oneself as thoroughly as possible against the casting of curses. As an absolute minimum, Madame Amélie Veracruz Leon recommends cleansing oneself of all negative thoughts, striving to be at one with the world and achieving harmony between body and mind.
A dedication to the Baron and his wife. Seems they had friends in high places in Vizima.
And it seems like Ciri was interested in the topic of curses, which is also interesting. Now we found a stash where we can obviously stash things. And I think I will do that. That we can put there. Although, do they weigh anything? They actually do. So I'll just put them away. Keep that. I think I will put my trophies here that I don't use as well. And maybe also all the books that I don't need. Just to keep my inventory as clean and sorted as possible. I will only send one of the... So this is super pointless because all the books that we read are we can reread in our menu, but for some reason I like to collect them. Don't judge me. I will keep the multiple copies though to sell them later. Welcome back, Danielle. Have you brought me some ice cream? Yay, Frosty Woman is still here, though still working. I hope the occasional look at Geralt makes the work a lot better. So let's talk to Gretka again.
Geralt!
Fizz is here as well. Still here, I mean. Koala is still here. Everyone is still here. Nice. So I found this toy in Ciri's room.
Look familiar?
My top!
Ice cream!
Where'd you find it?
Ciri's room.
We'd play in her room sometimes.
Yeah, I was hoping that
I was sad one day.
Danielle
and
was
Ciri
just
carved
gone
it for
to
me.
get me some ice cream.
Such a shame she had to
And
leave.
ice cream for everyone else. So if you want ice cream, just add Danielle and tell her what flavor you want.
Thanks, Gretka. Have fun.
But I'm not playing. I'm helping.
Sure you are, sure you are. Okay. I wouldn't mind like a rabbit now. That would be tasty. You love bearded Geralt. Yeah. I think my beard looks exactly like Geralt's, doesn't it? Like scruffy with a lot of holes in it. Like I'm 14 and have my first beard. Hello, Falstro! Yeah, I said ice cream, so that's how we can summon you. Just shoot a message to Danielle with your favorite flavor and she will get you ice cream. Okay, whom wants coconut ice cream? That's fine. I think Falster is here to get some ice cream. I think word came out that there's some ice cream to distribute. Black licorice for Falster. That's very specific, but I'm sure Danielle can get that as well. Physics wants chocolate panda paw ice cream. Okay. Carla doesn't like ice cream, so what can we get you? There is some kind of document which I want to read if I can get past the chairs. Nilfgaardian demands. Okay, so at Philip Stranger. So a letter from the Nilfgaardians to the Bloody Baron. Your supply problems do not interest us. The pact we signed was clear and the Empire of Nilfgaard demands you fulfill its terms. If you do not, our mutual obligation will be rendered null and void and your privileges will be revoked. Sincerely, Harvard Var Moen, Field Marshal Army Group Center Command. Okay, Koala has passed the later. Yeah, maybe spaghetti ice cream. That's a good call, Falstro. Let's talk to the Baron.
I'm listening. What do you come to me with?
So we can play Gwent with him because he is part of the Gwent quest, and we will definitely do that. First of all, though, I want to talk to him about the Nilfgaardians. We saw him talking to them in the garden earlier, and also we just read the demands.
Can't help wondering why you made a deal with the Nilfgaardians.
What could I do? Cast myself at them and die a hero? Fuck a hero's death. Fuck death.
Rather live as a traitor.
Ere long, none will remember it. Temeria is no more. There's naught left to betray.
The local Nilfgaardian garrison doesn't look that strong.
What of it? Even were I to attack, cut them down to a man, others will come soon. Black Ones will flood this land, take control before long. Sure as we've all got arseholes, they will.
Okay. How did you wind up here in the first place?
Here? Just curious.
It's no secret. I was a Temerian soldier. My unit smashed at the war's start. Soon after, we lost hope of regrouping, driving the foe back. Those who remained wandered north. Others, deserters or merely broken men, joined us. We were a snowball rolling down a slope. By the time we reached Crow's Perch, I commanded a sizable force.
Just march into the fortress, make yourselves at home?
With Nilfgaard advancing, the local lord had fled, abandoned the perch. Once this war's over and Nilfgaard's victorious, the Black Ones will grant me a title. All talk of a self-proclaimed baron will cease.
Okay, so he just occupied this place, made a deal with the Nilfgaardians, and now stays here. Have you heard about witches in the area? Because we sure did, and that was one of the leads we got from the Nilfgaardian spies, where we could, where Ciri might have been. So,
heard anything about there being witches in Velen?
I pay no heed to peasant babbling. Common folk see witches, wizardry, devils, and who knows what the fuck else every which way they turn.
Okay, not very helpful. So let's do the most important thing and play some Gwent.
Ever play Gwent?
I do. And what's more, I usually win.
Uh-huh.
If you've a deck, sit down. Outplay me, and I'll give you one of my unique cards. How's that for enticement?
Sounds awesome.
Let's lay him down.
Gwent time? Gwent hype? Nothing really to change here for now. Hello, Brexton! How are you doing today? Welcome to the stream again. I think for now that's fine. Okay. Bloody Baron will go first. We can exchange some cards now. I'm doing very well. I'm excited to continue here since it's been a few days. And so far it's working out pretty good. Okay. Not the best draw for us. Could have been better. Could never get into Gwent. I really liked it as a mini game, and I played some of the Gwent Online as well. I liked it. Most important quest here in The Witcher 3. What? What? It's the most important quest, Brexton. That's the only thing you have to focus on. Who cares about your daughter missing and worldwide politics going to shits? It's about the card game. Yeah, so he plays a shit ton of spy cards, but then also plays other cards to win the round, so his advantage isn't that big in the end. Rocky loves Gwent, so... I mean, the Gwent in The Witcher 3 isn't that hard, as long as you can assemble all the cards, and later if you have all the cards, it's not very tough, even if you have unlucky draws and all. The Gwent Online can be pretty tough, but I feel like it feels a bit fairer than Hearthstone, especially in the beginning. And at least for me, it was a bit easier to get into, and it is much more complex. Maybe I will sprinkle in a Gwent Online stream at one point, just for the lols. Danielle was just getting used to throw dice in the streets. Yeah, I'm sorry. Always changing here. Keep you on your toes. Okay. Okay. Problem, of course, is he can really play as much as he wants because he has the card advantage, and we were a bit unlucky with the cards we drew for the first round, so we may have to redo all of that, especially since our luck doesn't really change. Scourge, yeah, doesn't get better here. Does not get better. Another Scourge. I mean, okay. Yeah, okay. We have to redo that. Damn it. That was unlucky. At this point, though, he has way better cards than we have.
You're not complete shite, but you really should work on your technique. Stop by again sometime. We'll play another round.
I sure will. Right now.
I'm listening. What do you come to me with?
With a bit more luck, we
mood
could
for
have
a
won
round
that,
of
though.
Gwent.
I'm always in the mood for Gwent.
That's what I like hearing.
Let's lay him down.
Maybe also do this. Get a card to debuff his siege row. Let's lay him down. Exactly. Okay, so we got that. I think I can throw that away for now. We got our spy card, which is very important. So this is definitely better draw than last time. So let's throw our spy card. Then we got our medic, which means in the next round I can get one of his spies back, which is nice. Drinking, eating, playing them cards, ignoring wife and child in the meantime. Yes, I mean, kind of. Gotta set your priorities straight. I will pass now, so he will have to play some cards. Kind of negate his card advantage that he got from the second spy card. Exactly, Danielle. Who needs them anyway? Will they give you special cards in the end? No. Playing Gwent will, though. So So now I play the medic and play one of his spy cards. This game is fantastic. Okay, nice. That's not too bad though. Let's play this. He might pass, right? So now I can just use this. Should give us the advantage. And I win the second round. Okay. This works out way better than last time. So far, at least. Let's start with our hero card. Okay. Let's start with him. Because he might have the Scourge cards. Yeah. He does. Gotta be careful of that. Can't do too much right now against it, but let's boost the row for when I will play my units later. Then he probably has another Scourge card, but so far his card is higher than mine, so he would destroy his own card if he would play that. Because the Scourge card always destroys the highest card on the board, no matter which side. Oh, I think he's running out of good cards here. And we are pretty well set. So now the thing is, though, let's do this. You may play now the second Scourge card, yeah. Doesn't really matter though. I think we already won this at this point. Fair enough, fair enough. But now he passed, we're already in the lead, so we can just pass as well. And we got a special card. Victory. Quest line continues.
A man's only as good as his word. Take the card. I fear Velen's short on worthy opponents. Boat builder in Oroton might be one. There was also an old soothsayer. Lived east of here, near the windmill, last I heard. There's a lad, about as reasonable as an old mare, but he plays a devilish hand. In fact, I don't rightly know that you're ready for him.
So now we got information about the Gwent quest. And we got the Dijkstra card, which is another spy card, and spy cards in this game are very, very useful and powerful. So there we are. We talked to the Bloody Baron, the bloody lot.
Rubble everywhere.
And now I am thinking about what to do next. First of all, I will just have a look around. Anything around here that I can use? No. Maybe up here? Oh, there's a chest. Nice. Bear fat, pig hide, a rune, ingot, diagram, and cockatrice decoction. Nice, 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 nice. A lot of nice stuff here. Also, I should save at some point before anything weird happens. And now let's boost both armor and weapon, and let's talk to the merchant here, the quartermaster.
Fancy a gander at our little stockpile. We've gathered ourselves quite the collection. Why let such nice things waste away in peasant books?
He plays Gwent as well.
Show me what you got.
Always good news. Then there's this armor set. I think that's part of a free DLC, though I'm not sure. But it's level 10, so it will take us a while anyway to wear that. And though it is pretty nice, the best part about it, it's quite good looking, but that's about it. A decoy card, cavalry rider, Cynthia. Let's get all the cards. Then I have to sell a lot of this useless stuff. Oh no, not the silver ones, because I can dismantle that for some ore. Let's sell the broken rakes before Ruben goes crazy. The pelts, all that. Okay, I can also sell the books, which is nice. They're worth at least a little bit, so why not sell the duplicates? Don't really have to buy those, so I can just go back and play some Gwent. More Gwent.
Wouldn't mind a few rounds of Gwent.
Let's throw in this card. Intense Gwent music already starting. Let's get that out. And yeah, there's the decoy card. Do want that. And let's start the game. Can exchange that. I don't have any spy cards though. Not really a good start, to be honest. Pretty shit cards I got. So let's see what I can do here. I think I will go for winning the first round this time. Usually I don't do that, but since my cards are pretty bad, I want to make sure to put the pressure on him. Clear weather. Continues to play though, for some strange reason. That should be enough. Plays a spy card, which I will immediately take with the decoy. Now he passed. So I will pass as well. I will win the round. Get another card. A bad card. Then I will play the spy. Not great cards, but now I will pass the second round. And hope for the best. He summons the witches. I think looks pretty good though. Or not. Okay. It was enough though. Can also play the leader ability. So, oof, pretty close. But a victory nonetheless. Jeez. He doesn't feel well. Before I talk to the smith, I want to get the contracts. Mandatory conscription. Time has come to supplement the castle watch with new recruits. Every family must provide one sound man able to bear arms. Any family with no such man under its roof must pay a waiver in silver or goods. Any clever coward thinking to shirk this duty by cutting off his limb shall have both hands chopped off as a lesson and mark of shame. Gwent, looking for new players. The Sharpers, a Gwent playing society based at Crow's Perch, is looking for new members and opponents. No, everyone just went quiet, Falstro, all of a sudden. Or maybe my chat broke as well, but I think it was just a quiet little phase. Experience preferred, but will also school newcomers to the game, but not return any coin lost during training matches. For more information, see the club's chairman, Philip Stranger, known as the Bloody Baron. Chat is always broke. That's not true. Fist fights. Any man who wants to test his manliness by slugging it out in the ring, come see us and you'll get to fight the best brawlers around. Smithy, Stan Fishgulper, and Jonah and the Sergeant. Contract. The Beast of Honorton. Good folk. He is a vile, dangerous spook, beast, or devil of sorts, causing no end of trouble near our village, Honorton. We promise our profoundest gratitude and a sizable reward to any brave lad who can slay it. If you're looking to learn more, come pay us a visit. Physics. Come pay us a physics. Ask for the alderman Sobermere. I'm not calling you a liar. I would never physics. Contract. Shrieker. To whom it may concern, let it be hereby known that whoever kills the Shrieker, the monster that's wove its nest near Crow's Perch and has taken to killing both man and beast, will be given a sizable reward. Take heed that she's a dreadful, dangerous creature, and killing it'll take a trained fighter, not just a pack of peasants with pitchforks. Chat of Crow's Perch. Pay physics. And horse races. If you haven't heard, we race horses around here. Anyone wants to join, come talk to me. I'll fill you in on how it works, but I'll tell you right now, you gotta pay an entry fee to race. So if you're skint, fuck off. Radco. Okay. Lots of side quests for us to do. But now let's talk to the smith first.
How may I assist you?
I'm looking for a master armorer.
Looking for someone who can craft me some armor. Gotta be top quality.
Well, I've been at it 20 years now. Master the craft in some respects, if I do say so myself.
You wish.
Don't listen to her.
That
She's been
snark.
sore lately, snorting every chance she gets. So, what kind of armor are we talking about?
Light, but durable. Can't constrain movement, and I gotta be able to get in it without anybody's help.
That all? Sure it shouldn't be self-cleaning. And how about it wipe your arse after you take a shite in the bushes?
What? I mean, could it?
Sounds great. Can you make a suit like that?
No, but find someone who can and I'll gladly meet them. Ought to know one thing when it comes to armor. If it's got to be durable, it can't be light.
It can. Just needs the proper tools to make it. Tools like the folk of Clan Tordarroch used on Undvik.
Joanna, Told you time and again to stay silent when I talk to customers. Shouldn't pester folk with those nonsense Skellige legends of yours.
It ain't legend, and it ain't nonsense. My granddad would go to Unvik for his armour. Said Torderoch folk made the best. Till last year, that is, when a giant ravaged their island. Inhabitants either ran off or died, but the forge should still be in one piece.
Okay.
Worth looking into. Say I find the tools. Will you craft the armor for me?
On condition you bring the tools. But only then.
Sounds good. You know
These
where the forge
legends
is?
mention where the forge might be?
Yes, north side of the isle, in a cave. Clanfolk carved out a rock face to build it.
I hope the story about the forge is true and not that it's a forge. Oh,
These legends
didn't want to do
mention...
that.
Yes, north side.
Farewell.
Look for the tools next time I'm in Skellige. Take care now.
That will take some time until we get to Skellige, but good to know about that quest. I do want to look at your
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
though. Okay. What diagrams do you have? Cavalry gauntlets, tracker gauntlets, cavalry boots, tracker trousers. Okay. Speaker Oak, Egerton. Also some books we hadn't read, but I think we will just find them along the way. Well, I'm not shitting in the bushes. No, I'm not. I promise. Promise I'm not shitting in the bushes. Let's get the silver ingot out of that. Some silver out of that. And then I want to look if I can craft something cool. Crafting components? No, not really. Anything I could use, at least? Not really. At least not right now. And there's this. Heavy armor, gambeson. Would be plus 13 armor. That could be something. I mean, yeah, why not? Some new armor, a little bit better. I like that. That is too high of a level. Those aren't as good as what we have. Same goes for that. Okay, nice. I played The Witcher 3 and couldn't get the hang of Gwent to save my life. We want to play another round of Gwent? And I try to explain the game as good as I can. He's a pretty tough opponent.
To play a few rounds of Gwent. That ought to set me straight.
Works out at all. So first of all, we have to choose a deck of cards. We can have up to 10 special cards. Special cards are kind of like magic cards, like this Commander Horn, Biting Frost, and Clear Weather, and Decoy. So like magic special cards. We can have up to 10 of them, and we need at least 22 or 23 unit cards. Units, of course, are those. Later more about that. Let's take a small lesson in Gwent. Also, we have leaders. That is, those have one special ability we can use one time during the game. So this leader would have the ability to pick an impenetrable fog card from a deck and play it instantly. So if we have an impenetrable fog card in our deck, we can just play it like that. This one would clear the weather immediately, and this one doubles the strength of all siege units unless a Commander Horn is also present on that row. So that is one I use. Let's start the game. So now each faction has a special ability. The special ability for the faction of the Scoia'taels is that they always start first, while the special ability for the Northern Realms deck, which we are playing, is that when we win a round, we will get an additional card later. Now, we draw 10 cards in the beginning, and we can redraw 2 of them if we don't like them. So I would redraw this one and redraw this one. Now he plays a card, an archer. As you can see, we have 3 rows, an infantry row, then ranged row, and the siege row. And all these cards can be played on the according row. For example, this one is a ranged row character, so we can only play him in the middle row. Some can be played in different rows and multiple rows, and then there are also the special cards like Commander Horn that will double the strength of all units in that row, or Biting Frost, which sets the strength of all close combat units to 1. But it would affect both sides. So now I'm playing a spy card, and the spy cards have the ability placed on your opponent's battlefield, counts towards opponent's total strength, and draw 2 cards from your deck. So I will play this card, which has the special ability that I have to play it on the other side. That also means that the total strength of their units will go up by 4, since it has a strength of 4, but I will get 2 additional cards. And that goes like that. So now my opponent has a total strength of 8 right now. Quite detailed for a minigame, yeah. And it is much more complicated in the online version. It's much more detailed. So now he has a total strength of 8 and passed the round. You win against your opponent if you win 2 rounds. So you don't have to win all the rounds. You can just forfeit 1 round in order to make the other player play more cards than you, so you have a card advantage in the next round. Now, you see on the left, the opponent has 9 cards to the left, the 2 red rubies representing your life, like if you lose a round, you lose a ruby. And the total strength now is 8. I have a total strength now of 0 because I haven't played a unit card. I, of course, in the first round have still my rubies, and I have 11 cards, so I have the advantage in that regard. Now I play this hero card, which is the golden, and that means it cannot be affected by any special cards or abilities. Like, for example, this weather card would affect both front rows and set everyone to the strength of 1. But if I would have a hero card for this row, they would not be affected by it. So they are pretty strong. I play it now and will win. Then I will pass the round because now I'm ahead. They have already passed, and once you pass, you can't go back. So, and it's Philippa, exactly, Danielle. So now won the round. You can see he lost a ruby and has only 1 life left. My special ability kicked in that after I win a round, I draw another card. So now I have to think what to do. I have 11 cards, I have the advantage. So I could play it very aggressively and win this round as well. Or I could play it more defensively and try to make them play the good cards so I have an easy game in the last round. For the sake of explaining, I will do that now. So I will play 1 card for now. They play in... Yes, so this has also a special ability. Let me look. This ability is called Muster. Find any cards with the same name in your deck and play them instantly. So he played 1 Elven Skirmisher because he had another Elven Skirmisher in the deck. It was played automatically. Pretty cool ability, but now he only has 4 strength and I have already 5. So I will just pass the turn. So they have to play another card, otherwise they would lose the game, which gives me the advantage for the next round. I can see that, Frosty. That makes sense. So they now had to play another card. I lose 1 round, which is not a big deal, because now I have an advantage of 3 cards against them. Again, the Muster ability, which played 3 cards instead of just 1 in that case, so that was pretty strong. But now, to show off the magic cards, I can play this Biting Frost card I talked about earlier that affects both sides. Now they are all only at 1. He played the special ability of the leader card, which is also Biting Frost card. So that didn't really change anything. Now my cards would be affected by that as well, so it makes sense to now play cards in different ones. This card, for example, this could be played both in the front row and the second row because of their special ability. Now I play some siege units. And another ranged unit. This card has a special ability to add +1 strength to every unit in its row, so both my other units got boosted by 1, which isn't quite enough, but I have my leader ability, which was again to double the strength of every siege unit, which I did now, and the commander horn, I can choose which row it is affected, so I can also boost them. Then those blue strike commanders have the special ability that if you play multiple of them in a turn, if they are next to each other, they double each other's strength. So now, of course, because of the frost, they only have the strength of 1. But if I play another one, they have 2. And if I play even another one, now they have 3. And I won 2 rounds, so that was a victory. And as a reward, I get some crowns and also a new card. I hope I explained that fairly well and it makes a little bit more sense for those who are new to the game or haven't really gotten the hang of Gwent yet. I want to see... Okay, Fist of Fury might be a bit high. That is the fist fighting quest. And but I think I will do the races because it's pretty easy experience. Also, it's quickly done and it gives some nice rewards. I think I can... Roach, where are you? There you are, walking through doors.
Let's go.
Nice.
We shouldn't. We're lifeless. Move it. I can't seem to catch my breath. I think a smudger might.
What work my man's got, eh? Not half bad. Brought him a bucket of peelings yesterday.
Ah, it looks so beautiful, this game. Always a treat.
Need a swift kick in the arse.
No. Jeez, how rude. Okay, so that is where the horse racing starts, but before we start that, I will take a very small break because I have to open my window again, because it's pretty hot in here. And earlier I had to close it because everything was so noisy. So I will take a very small break, and then I will be back.